All right, so this is part 3 of our vector styling training in QGIS. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to continue off where we left off before. We've got biomass. And with every good map, you want names that people will understand. And biomass is a very sciencey name and may not be something that everyone will understand. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click on this little icon down here, third from the left, to edit some of this information. So edit current rule is what it pops up as saying. So we're going to click on that. And you can see right away that you can change the label name. And so what we're going to change it to, according to your instructions in the in Canvas, is we want it to be renewable fuel. Renewable fuel, okay? It doesn't actually change anything going on in here as far as what it's labeled as. But if we created a map that had a title for this, it would show up as a renewable fuel. Then the next thing we could do is click on our equation symbol here. And we've already seen this. Primary fuel equals biomass. Still there. Not going to change. But we are going to add a little bit of information. And so if you go back to step 14 in your instructions, there is a new set of information to add to our expression, okay, under step 14. And so I'm just going to copy and paste that into our expression. And I'm going to click OK. Whoa! Check that out. Did a lot of crazy things real quick. Primary fuel in database, geothermal, solar storage is all being used. So we are not just looking at biomass anymore. We're looking at all sorts of renewable fuels, including solar and wind, some kind of storage, wave and tidal are all renewable resources. And so we've added them all to our map here. Just kind of curious what it looks like over in the United States. It's actually quite a bit. We've got quite a bit of renewable resources. Not surprising that a lot of those are in some of the California. Lots in North Carolina, and the Northeast has got lots of renewable sources of power generation. Here in Arizona, I'm guessing most of this is solar in our neck of the woods. So with that in mind, we have edited our rule. We've got our simple marker. We know what our simple marker is supposed to be. And we're not going to change anything from there. Okay. So if you go on to 15, we're going to go step 15. We're going to exit out of our rule based. Okay. And we're going to go on to step 16. And in step 16, it says you will see a single rule being applied to the layer of renewable fuel category. So we want to right click the row and choose and copy. So we're going to click on this and we're going to copy it. And then we're going to choose paste. Okay, so now we've got 2 up here. And that's what we see under step 17. A copy of the existing rule will be added. Select the newly added row and click edit. So we're going to select that and we're going to click right click and come down here to our edit not right click, sorry. We want to click on that and click edit. All right, so now we've got edit down here. And what we want to do now is show the non-renewable fuels. So we're going to change this to non-renewable fuels. You can just put non in front of it if you wish. Non-renewable fuels, which since they've selected renewables, you know right away that we need to go back in to our equations, click on the little E here. We're going to go into our equations and we're going to change our equation here to things like coal, oil, gas, nuclear, and oil and stuff. So we're going to go back. So under step 19, I've selected and copied, and now I'm going to paste those into our expression, and I'm going to click OK. All right, now, so all of the non-reviewable fuels just appeared, but they appeared as yellow triangles, and we don't want that, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to change the color of our markers, our fill color, to, let's do red. There we go. I selected my color to red. I'm going to click apply just to be safe. And then in step 21, we're going to go back to our rules again. We're going to click on that. We're going to copy and paste this one more time. Okay. So copy and then paste. Okay, so that gives us a second non-renewable group. And we once again are going to go edit this. Okay. We're going to go into our equation. And then we are going to click on our equation, and we're just going to enter in so what we'll do first before we go into this actually is we're going to change the label to other, and then instead of using the filter, actually let's do else. Okay. And this is a catch-all for all other features. So anything that's not renewable or non-renewable is going to go into this step. So, but we need a new color. And so let's change this color. Again, I clicked on simple marker, and I'm going to go over to color, and we'll select blue. Okay. Ooh, I need to make it a little lighter so it pops a little bit more. Okay, so I've popped those out, and so we know that the yellow ones are renewable. The red ones are the non-renewables like coal and gas, and then we've got a few of these blues out here that are the other group of power generation. Okay. So let's exit out of edit rule. We're going to, well, at least that part of edit rule, and we're going to go back to this section here where we can adjust things a little bit. Let's go a little bit further back. And so, all right, so what we're going to do is select on our renewable fuels, okay, and we are going to right click on that, and let's change its size. Okay, and you can see a dialog box came up. It still says 2, which is what we set it at before. And we can adjust the size if we so wish. We could use a table over here and edit that. Another expression builder comes up, or you could have just changed it there. But if you want something very specific, you can add that. And so under step 25, we've got an expression that they want us to use. So we will add that expression and then click OK. And then OK. And we're going to repeat that rule for all of them. Okay, so now I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to go change size. Again, I'm going to click on this little icon to the right of the numbers, click on edit, and paste in that expression again for non-renewable resources, and then click OK. And once again for other, I'm going to do it one more time and click edit, put in my expression, and then click OK and OK. And it didn't work. Let's try that one more time. Change size, expression, edit. It's in there. Okay. Oh, okay. So what it's doing is it's looking at its capacity and causing its size to change based on its capacity. And so that's why some are big and some are small. And so what we've done is changed it based on the capacity of the power plant. And so if we look at our instructions here, okay, let me scroll down to our instructions. For size, all right, we've edited it. So what we've got here is this expression, capacity in milliwatts. MW is in milliwatts. And so we've just asked it to adjust its size in order to base on that on its size. So, all right. So I think we're almost done here. And I've gone through and I've changed each of these for the other rules. So each one will be adjusted and look like that for based on its size of milliwatts. All right, and so now what are you going to do? Well, like with all of our assignments, you need to make a little map. So I'll make my map by since we're in Arizona, southwest United States, I think I'll just do this area right here for my map. You can do any place you want on the globe, but this is what I'm choosing to do on mine. And I'm going to go once again to new print layout, same thing we did on training 1, exact same process. I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to add an item. I'm going to add the map. There we go. Now, one thing I could have done is add the big map and then up at the corner add the smaller map. But I'm doing this a little bit different this time. So now I'm going to add the big map as a secondary one. But before I do that, I've got to zoom out so that the entire big map is visible. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of this layer viewing so that it's a little less, so I can fit it in my screen. Okay. All right, so this is another map. So now I can go back to, my layout 1, and now I'm going to add a map again, and I'm going to add it right for now, right there. I'm going to render that map. I'm going to move that over here because I want the southwest. Okay, and so now I've got that big old map in there. And so you remember what we do. We want an overview in this map of the bigger map. So map 2 is my secondary map in this case. And so I'm going to scroll down here in item properties. I'm going to click on overview. I'm going to click on the plus button. And the plus button, move my picture, is going to look for map 1. And I want to draw an overview on that. And so let's see if I can get a color here. sample fill on